Mhm. Mhm. Good to go? Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Virginia Harger, Chairperson of the Shelton Planning and Zoning Commission. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024, and the regular meeting of the commission being conducted in Shelton City Hall auditorium and via Zoom is hereby called to order at 6:03 p.m. This meeting is also being carried live on YouTube. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll start off with a roll call of the commission. Please verbally indicate you are present when your name is called. Commissioner Kelly.
Present.
Amato. Here. Commissioner Ticky.
Present.
Commissioner Parkins.
Present.
Commissioner Cristiano.
Present.
Alternate Commissioner McGee.
Present.
Myself, Commissioner Harger, Ms. Castro, our Assistant Administrator.
Present.
Attorney Francis Teodoso, our Corporation Counsel.
Present.
And Mrs. Sarah Renassos, our Recording Secretary.
Present.
Thank you all. As we are all aware, today is the 23rd anniversary of the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. Thoughts are that that particular aircraft was headed towards the White House. I would like to ask for a moment of silence to honor and remember the deceased. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge at this time all the first responders, medical personnel, military, and citizens who gave so much of themselves that day and since in service to the citizens of the United States. A couple of points before continuing with this evening's agenda. Ms. Castro will act as the Zoom meeting host, while commissioners will be able to make comments throughout the meeting. The chair asks that you please identify yourself and wait to be recognized before speaking to make sure we are not all speaking over each other and to make sure our recording secretary is clear as to who is speaking. Our first agenda item are applications for certificate of zoning compliance. I understand from Commissioner Amato that the zoning subcommittee met to review each of the 4 sign applications. Commissioner Amato, what's the recommendation of the zoning subcommittee for the first one? Yale New Haven Health, 795 Bridgeport Avenue.
Yeah, we had no issues with that. That's just a change of name, basically. Oh, she's gonna pull them up for everybody.
Okay, so this is just a change in name.
Yeah.
Position on the building remains the same.
Everything's the same.
Current one says physicians 1 urgent care on the top half horizontally, and then urgent care underneath. Urgent care stays, and the top half changes to Yale New Haven Health.
Right.
Does anyone have any questions for Commissioner Amato? Okay, hearing none. Is there a motion for this sign application?
Commissioner Ticky will motion for approval.
Thank you, Commissioner Ticky. So there's a motion to approve from Commissioner Ticky. Is there a second?
Go ahead. Commissioner Parkins, second.
Okay, thank you. So on the motion to approve from Commissioner Ticky, seconded by Commissioner Parkins, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show that the vote was 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6-0. With no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. Commissioner Amato, what's the recommendation of the zoning subcommittee for the second application, Moss Garden, 509 Howe Avenue?
We didn't have any issues with that, except we thought it should be, black with white letters to match. Oops, no, what did I miss? Oh, did they?
She sent something today that they're.
Sorry, I did not see
So
it.
in communication, sharing the suggestions, the applicant let me know that, and they are, the applicant let me know that all the signs have been removed and all those spaces are now vacant. So
Oh.
they have painted the building, which I have.
This is across from the apartment house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My screens are properly shared. They painted.
So
the
their sign
building,
is
they
the
changed the
first.
Signs, remove the signs and they are the first one. So this is a rendering, or this is the actual of what the new building.
Facade's all painted black on
Facades are
top.
all painted black.
Hmm. The brick is staying as a brick.
Yeah.
No, okay. I only mention that because on Corm Avenue, Double J's painted the exterior of their building white with blue awnings and it looks fabulous. So really freshened it up.
That
Looks
The
nice.
Right.
material used for the sign, so it is that.
Coppery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Classy looking.
Mhm.
yeah.
As long as it's all consistent, like
Very
whoever
nice,
comes
and they
in.
would set the trend.
All right, any questions for staff or Commissioner Amato? Is there a motion on this particular application?
A motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion to approve from Commissioner Amato. Is there a second? Okay, so on the motion to approve the sign for Moss Garden, 509 Howe Avenue, all in favor by, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Let the record show the vote was 6-0 with no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. Commissioner Amato, what's the recommendation of the zoning subcommittee for the third application? Buffalo Wild Wings, 381 Bridgewood Avenue.
Yeah, there were a couple things there. One was that there was one too many signs on the building, so we recommended that the sign on the side towards the restaurant, Matto Restaurant, not be approved.
So the sign on the exterior of the building facing. Adult, okay.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the other thing is if they were trying to put a freestanding monument sign out front,
Mhm.
it's a no.
Yeah, that was on Bridgewood Avenue.
And now,
From the application or,
Yes.
yeah.
The applicant is here.
we have the signs of, sign company representing the sign, right? You're doing the sign.
Okay, yeah. So sir, if you want to come up to the table, if you have any particular comments, just introduce yourself for the record.
All right,
And we're gonna just talk about signs. The other portion is later,
perfect.
okay, for the exterior of the building.
All right, for the record, Jack Littman, Buffalo Wild Wings.
And so is what Commissioner Amato mentioned about removing one side, on the side of the building, and then removing, you understand about removing the freestanding
Yes,
sign?
both of them have been removed from the updated
Mhm.
application.
Okay. Any
great.
other comments about the signage?
No,
Nope,
not
good.
at all.
And when are you opening up?
Hopefully December, we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
We'll see if we can get it done that quickly.
Very good.
Yeah, I like the look of the building
All right, awesome.
and the thought of the wings.
We're foodies, I guess.
Amazing.
So do any commissioners have any questions for Commissioner Amato or the applicant? Okay, is there a motion for this sign application?
Yeah, Commissioner Ticky will motion for approval with what was noted earlier. Not the sign facing Mattos, but for all the rest as we saw.
Okay, the removal of the freestanding sign. Is there a second?
Commissioner Cristiano, I'll second that.
Okay, so on the motion made by Commissioner Amato, seconded by, Commissioner Ticky, seconded by Commissioner Cristiano, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Let the record show the vote was 6-0 with no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. Okay, very good, sir.
Great, thank you very much.
Pick up the rest. Then, Commissioner Armato, what's the recommendation of the zoning subcommittee for the fourth application, Relish Market and Deli, 462 Howe Avenue?
Yeah, we had no issues
Okay. This
as presented.
is it lit somewhere along the way?
I don't
We have
think
the
so.
applicant present. if you have
Oh.
questions.
Oh, come on up. That's okay. Have a seat, introduce yourself for the record.
Ready for Relish Market and Deli on Howe Avenue.
Okay, and then, I was asking about if it's gonna be illuminated, and I can tell you, there's overhanging
There are two
Lamps.
existing gooseneck lamps.
goosenecks, yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so those are gonna be retaining,
Yes,
okay. Kristen, what's your last name?
Marchetti, Marchetti.
Very good. All right, any, questions from the commission for Commissioner Amato or the applicant regarding this sign?
There will be several Italian selections.
Okay,
But not limited to.
So it's not really a convenience store per se, or a true market.
It will be more of a true grocery outlet with a few gift items and some grab and go and
Hmm.
scratch made soups and salad.
the deli have cold cuts or something?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Like you could purchase cold cuts by the pound or just sandwiches.
You can, eventually, I'd like to set that in place, but, to start, it will be a cold sandwich selection. And then-
That's definitely lacking downtown.
I
Mhm.
know, and I'm so
Absolutely.
excited because I think.
I mean, there's
it'll-
plenty of
it is.
restaurants, but.
Yeah.
Right, and
terms of
but
being
grab
able to-
and go is a really
Some
big
groceries.
deal right now.
Mhm.
People don't always want to cook themselves, but they don't want to commit to a restaurant
Yeah.
experience, so.
Very
Hoping to
good.
bridge that gap.
Good.
Good luck.
Thank you
When are
very
you
much.
opening?
I'm hopeful for the first half,
Okay. About a month.
pending approval.
Yeah. All right, so is there any questions for Commissioner Amato or the applicant? If
Make a
not,
motion to approve.
very good. And is there a second?
I'll second.
So on the motion to approve the signage made by Commissioner Parkins, seconded by Commissioner Amato, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Let the record show that the vote was 6-0 with no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. Very good. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to stopping by.
Yes, let's do. I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, so the next one is an in-law. Application BRES 24-527, Robert Brulette, 133 Nichols Avenue for an in-law. Is the applicant present? Come on up, have a seat. We won't bite.
How are you today?
Good, how are you? So. yeah,
I'm Rob Bruyette, RB Taping and Renovations. I'm representing Keith and Mim Nella for this edition. I have a revised drawing for you from the one that you had originally. We
Okay.
made a change because we had 28 too many feet.
Oh,
28.
Yeah, 20, you need one, sir?
thank you.
Square feet or
Yeah,
linear feet?
28 square.
Is this is it on the city's website, right?
It
Correct.
is, but it is not.
Or you can share it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so where was the change?
We got rid of a pantry closet. We only allowed 900 feet. We had 928, we stuck a pantry.
All right, so what do you want to tell us?
I just want you to approve me to build. Is all I want.
We need a little information first.
The applicant has moved in with his aunt, who's in the audience. She is a single woman who is getting older and would like to stay in her own home.
Mhm.
And her nephew has bought the home and is gonna build an in-law for her so that she can be in her family, in her
Okay.
home that she's been for 55 years.
So she's gonna move to the new section.
She's just
of
gonna
the
move to
house.
this, yes,
Mm.
they're moving into the main house.
Mhm.
She's moving into the in-law.
Okay.
The in-law is being built in the back with a garage.
Mhm.
We are inside of all our setbacks. We have no wetlands. We have no issue other than that 28 feet.
Mhm.
So we would like to go ahead and get approval to go ahead and build that.
The garage is part of the addition.
The garage is gonna be part of the new house addition, yes. There's an addition for a master bedroom
Mhm.
for their existing house. And there's a in-law apartment, and then there's a garage
Mhm.
with a little breezeway, or a little stateroom room in between that they can get together.
So staff will confirm for the record that this meets all the requirements of our in-law.
Our CEO modified myself, we reviewed, we made revisions, and we got no issue.
Okay, Mr. Bayo, do you have anything that you want to mention?
Not at all. No, we made the adjustments, to meet the requirements, and, as of right now, it meets everything.
Mhm.
We have the regulations.
So the in-law is connected to the house top.
Through the sitting room,
Middle.
The back,
Mhm.
one floor.
right on Nichols Avenue in Huntington Center.
Right. Yeah, so right now the garage is a brand new structure.
Yes, there's no garage there at all. It's
Right.
just a little tiny, like Shelton used to be, those old little houses that we all used to
Yeah,
live in. Little cape without even a dormer upstairs. And we're gonna enlarge it to, meet today's, needs. There are 2 children and their aunt living with them.
Mhm.
She's been a lifelong Shelton resident, so it's great that she gets to stay in her home.
It's nice.
This is the exact kind of situation that so many people find themselves in. They want to stay in their own home, their familiar surroundings. They don't want to move to a different
Right.
town. So you got the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of these.
Are you?
We're doing a lot of these, yeah.
Well,
Because, people are getting older and
yeah.
they don't want to be in a home somewhere else and they'd rather be taken care of by family.
I think probably a lot of the younger people don't want such a big house.
Well,
at
I think it
times,
helps
right?
both ways,
Yeah.
It's when you have children or grandchildren, you can watch them and,
Yeah.
just keeps everybody together. It was something we probably needed in this society, really.
Yeah.
That, for sure.
Okay.
So staff has confirmed that this is all up to snuff. How does the commission want to proceed with this particular application?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion to approve the in-law application from Commissioner Motto. Is there a second?
Commissioner Ticky will second.
Okay. Okay, so
It's all gonna get approved. It doesn't matter who does it.
exactly. So on the motion to approve from Commissioner Motto, seconded by Commissioner Ticky, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The vote, record showed that the vote was 6-0, with no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. And I hope my nieces treat me as well in the years ahead.
I hope so too. Thank you very much.
Okay, good
I
luck.
appreciate it.
All right, so now we're gonna move to new business.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. As always, great job.
Okay, so we're on new business. This is application 2421, PDD number 70, Buffalo Wild Wings at 381
Familiar.
Bridgeport Avenue. It says it's map 77, lot 26, for a minor modification for facade update to the building formerly occupied by Arugas. I want to note for the record, first of all, we have to have a motion to accept for review
Motion to accept for review.
from Commissioner Parkins. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Commissioner Kelly.
Okay,
Kelly.
so on the motion to accept for review from Commissioner Parkins, seconded by Commissioner Kelly, I have to do a roll call. Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Parkins,
Aye.
Commissioner Motto,
Aye.
Commissioner Cristiano,
Aye.
Commissioner Tiki,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Motion is passed by vote of 6-0. For the record, I want to mention that I met with the applicant last Friday, along with Commissioner Parkins and Ms. Kelly Vazano, as it had come to my attention when reviewing the initial renderings that the intended exterior building color was not in conformance with the earth tone colors as required when this PDD zone was approved by the commission in 2015. I'm very happy to say that the applicant was very open to our requests to change the exterior building color, and revised renderings were submitted as requested. So, sir, identify yourself for the record again.
Jack Littman, Buffalo Wild Wing.
Very good. And why don't you proceed with giving us an explanation you're going to do?
Great. So we're refacing the building to bring it to Buffalo Wild Wings spec. Originally, we darkened the building with painting most of it black. We've replaced most of the black that we put in with an earth tone color called On the Rocks, which is a beige, a light beige. You can see from our first elevation, we removed the black wall on the right and turned that into On the Rocks.
Now, so many times when there's a color copy presented, there's usually a disclaimer that colors may not appear as they are intended to be. So how, close of a representation is that beige?
It should be a bit lighter than that.
Okay. There's the PMS color system,
Mhm.
and that is what I had recommended to staff that. Whatever we have to do to get that across to future applicants is that if there's some coloring kind of thing that they need to present, they give us the PMS color. So,
Understood. The Sherman-Williams code is On the Rocks is the name of it.
Oh, yeah, that's the name of the paper.
Yes,
Color.
of the paint.
Yeah, okay.
And what color is this? All gray?
That is gray, yes.
I think
I think it clashes.
they're different shade. Oh. So we don't go back to the black,
What are
but
you doing?
it's this piece here.
Yeah,
This-
I
this
actually like
looks-
the,
This on the back side looks more of a blending with the stone.
so this is staying the same, this gray part that was
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
And even that looks blue.
well, yeah,
We call it granite
yeah.
gray is the
That's
name of the
fine.
Sherman-Williams code.
Why
Oh,
not do the
this
building
gray.
gray?
That's On the Rocks, the same color as before.
It's this other elevation.
Why not do that gray as well?
Which part?
This here,
Mhm.
thing. Match it. I don't know.
Yeah, with,
Can we match something that's actually in this in stone?
Why don't we just,
Like something darker?
I'd go with the gray.
We
Gray
we
and
could
black.
definitely do the granite gray.
to continue it because,
Yeah.
yeah. Doesn't.
I never
stick
liked
out.
this giant blue building, but
I think the
with-
blue that they presented and then the paint that they
When it
actually
came
used, was
out?
two different things.
oh, that could be.
So it's
I don't
like an
know.
electric blue.
I think I wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I see that one again?
Here's a large building. Here, I have copies.
Okay,
Copy.
well, that's,
They're a little smaller,
Yeah, a
though,
little small.
unfortunately.
Commissioner Cristiano, I would assume a color called granite gray would be pretty earth tone to me.
Oh, it definitely
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah,
just the large sides of the building next to other parts of the building that are different
I think that gray will look a lot nicer.
on this side as well.
Yeah, with the stone, it'll complement the stone a lot nicer than the
Mhm.
beige does.
All right, perfect.
I'm kind of
We'll
a
make that adjustment.
gray kind of gal.
Yeah, I'm
Not
gray
much-
too. Yeah.
Not much with the beige. So,
I
That's
just,
just
I
personal,
think
but-
it's too much of a stark difference.
Yeah, it
between Gray
doesn't-
and beige.
gray goes with everything, other things in the
Now,
housing
will you
building,
go
for
back
example.
to signage? You'll still do the white lettering?
Yes, so it
Or
will,
what?
at night, it'll be white. During the
Yeah.
day, it'll be black.
Yeah,
So it flip.
Mhm.
I have other signs in town that do that.
Yes, we do.
That's good.
So any commissioners that are participating remotely, do you understand what we're shooting for? Any comments, questions, or concerns?
Well,
No, I agree, and I do think it's an improvement in what the previous design was. It was a bit too exuberant for me, so I think this takes it down and matches the plaza much better.
I never liked that blue anyhow.
Perfect. I like it.
How the
So-
heck did it get passed?
How did it pass?
I think it was
It's
the
a
kind
shame
of
to say I
thing,
was here.
it was contingent on staff looking at the color
Yeah,
samples
yeah,
way back
yeah,
when,
yeah.
so.
Why not? Yeah.
So elevation 2 and elevation 3 are turning into granite gray.
Yeah.
Elevation 1 and elevation 4 are okay to stay.
You're thinking the whole thing, Greg,
The whole thing gray, yeah.
So On the Rocks is out,
Yeah.
gray everything.
gray
Yeah.
everything.
Understood.
Yeah, so when you look at this, the one that the screen right now, it
Mhm.
looks like that's the granite gray on the right-hand side.
Yes, it is.
And then beige on the right-hand side, so now it's
Yes.
all gonna be granite gray.
Understood.
Work
All right,
for you?
great.
Yeah. that's
Works
okay.
very well.
Okay.
All right. Are we able to be approved with me changing the color of the building to get granite gray?
Yes, I just have to ask for a motion.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, so any other questions for the applicant from anyone? All right, there a motion from a commissioner regarding this particular application? Change the exterior building color, the minor modification?
Commissioner Cristiano will make the motion to approve it with the change to the entire building being the earth tone granite gray.
Okay,
Commissioner
so,
Kelly, I'll second that.
okay, so the motion to approve the color change to granite gray for the building exterior, seconded by Commissioner Kelly. Do a roll call. Commissioner Tiki,
Aye.
Commissioner Amato,
Aye.
Commissioner Cristiano,
Aye.
Commissioner Perkins,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
and Commissioner Harder votes aye. Motion has passed by a vote of 6-0. Thank you for coming,
Great.
Mr. Littman, and we wish
Thank
you much
you.
success
Thank
with your
you.
new facility.
Need that yellow that's on.
Yeah, the logo.
That's
It'll
in
be
there
the
somewhere.
logo. Thank you.
Okay, so the next agenda item is application 2422, Paul Bombero for Henry Kona at 41 and 45 Bridgeport Avenue, Assessors Map 117, lots 11 and 10 in a CB2 zone for a special exception application for a 3-floor mixed-use building with 4 retail spaces on the ground floor, 3 2-bedroom units, and 4 1-bedroom units on each of the second and third floors. Is there a motion to accept for review and set a public hearing?
Parkins will make that motion.
Motion to accept for review and set a public hearing was made by Commissioner Parkins. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Otto seconded. So on a roll call vote, Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Parkins,
Aye.
Commissioner Motto,
Aye.
Commissioner Tiki,
Aye.
Commissioner Cristiano,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Motion is passed by a vote of 6-0. So the public hearing for application 2422 will be on the agenda of an upcoming meeting. Okay, next is. Yep, application 2423. Dave Calhoun at 51 Blacks Hill Road, Assessors Map 105, Lot 12, in an IA1 zone for construction of a 12,000 square foot building, commercial building under Schedule A, use line 52. Is there a motion to accept for review?
Commissioner Cristiano will make that motion.
Okay, and is there a second?
Parkins will second.
So on a motion to accept application 2423 for review made by Commissioner Cristiano, seconded by Commissioner Parkins. I'll do a roll call. Commissioner Tiki,
Aye.
Commissioner Motto,
Aye.
Commissioner Cristiano,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Parkins,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Motion has passed by a vote of 6-0. So the applicant, come on up to the table. Identify yourself for the record and.
My name's Dave Calhoun,
Okay.
regarding 51 Blacks Hill Road.
Okay, so what do you have for us?
I have a copy of a for building. I don't know if you guys have one.
Yeah, these are ones that were online, so
Okay.
I have. Oh my God. Was there, did I see you a message asking for something that shows where the other residences are?
You're on.
Okay, so that,
Which one do you want?
I do
yeah,
have a copy too. I
Oh, you
got it
do?
with me.
oh, great, thank you. Okay, good. Well, yeah, if we get there, sure. That's a list of people, but is there a map? Right.
there's the map of the radius on it.
Okay, why don't you just give it over there? All right, so why don't you start from the top, what you're proposing?
Proposing building a 12,000 square foot building. I currently have a commercial building in Monroe.
Mhm.
I've outgrown it. It's on Route 25. I bought it in 08. Similar, the same use. And I'm a Charlotte resident, and when this opportunity came up, I wanted to buy it and move back to Charlotte.
Mhm.
5 minutes from my house.
Similar, same use.
Well, there they changed it. I'm grandfathered to where I am, because I think it was residential industrial when I bought the property, but all up 25, they switched it, on I think 2012. But basically upstairs, I have an appliance company I rent to, and I use it for myself for my pool business downstairs.
Okay.
So, we build things around pools, spas, outdoor kitchens, we prefab kitchens. So we steel stud them, veneer them, then we bring them on site. All the components.
So you manufacture them, kind of put
Yes.
them together there
Yep,
at your.
and our spas
facility.
too, we pre-build, bring to site.
Mhm. So, line 25, does that allow for, 52 allow for the construction and all that kind of stuff?
Warehousing.
Mhm. Okay. All right, so looks like you have what, 8 days?
Yes, 8 days.
Uh-huh. And all of this is gonna be just for your business?
Yes,
And
I have a
subletting it?
friend who might take space. He's building a building in Seymour,
Mhm.
veneer manufacturing. They manufacture sheet metal and stuff.
Mhm.
But yes, I'm gonna have bays where I'm parking all my trucks and equipment inside and stuff. So right now where I park my trucks outside of the shop.
Okay, was that mentioned at all, Ms. Castro, possible subletting? Okay. And under the zoning regs?
They're allowed to have their storage and manufacturing and distribution.
Mm-hmm, but, so,
If he does that, he will have to come in for business.
very good. Okay, so that, you understand.
So this
Okay.
is the vacant lot now?
Yes.
Yeah, up in Black Silver.
Yeah.
So this isn't part of the Moss property.
No, I bought it from Cincinnati.
So, wooded lot, from what I understand, ledge and all
I
that.
got a permit
Yeah.
to stump it, clear it, and
Where is the access from?
Black Hills. It will be too, I guess, when the Constitution goes in, perhaps with that ending, and then it's coming up onto Black Hill there. So I abut Constitution there.
Right. So people will
Here's-
you will be able to go up Constitution.
Yes,
and
that's
then
my,
turn
will be my only access, because you can't really go up Black Hill. It's really
No.
tight, yeah.
Yeah, here it is here, the host site.
So,
So,
right on the-
yeah,
After
after it's,
little glasses on, I can't see that.
yeah, here's Cott Street.
Yeah.
And it hits the site here. So,
yeah.
and Blacksville Road is windy and sure as you get to the top right now, but not for vehicles.
Where's, Fox Street?
Right here.
So that'll dead end.
Yeah, this is gonna dead end. Yeah, so that's why he's saying
Got it.
that's
That's
the,
how it was.
the access. they
And
don't have.
I was told that by several people in Brennan and whatnot, that was the final. I know there's been a lot of,
Mhm.
because I mean, if I could only access that through Black Hill, it wouldn't have been worth it to me to buy it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, Ms. Castro, the setbacks and everything,
They are within setbacks, are you?
okay, so yeah, you got a residence right to the right, you've got one towards the back. Across the street, of course, there are some and everything, but once Constitution Boulevard is, It's up and running.
It's zoned for it. so,
yeah, it is,
Yeah.
and, but that's the whole thing. is
But right
that-
now you're gonna access Fox Street. so-
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's easiest, it's the way I drive. Sometimes I go up Black Hill Road, but.
and
like
it'll-
bringing
Like
my-
your construction to construct this, like the trucks and stuff.
Yeah, we're coming up Cots right now.
At some point that bridge is gonna disappear. So, yeah, are you talking to the city about the timeframe, just so that you don't get
About the what?
stuck about timeframe for
Timeframe
you
for
to
the
put up
road.
your building, so you don't get cut at some point where the
So
bridge is gonna be
you're- So
coming
you're able
down.
to access the road.
Right.
up.
Because I've gotten so many different stories. I've been talking with Brian mostly. They started their second phase. They're just waiting for that state opening permit. So, but they're not gonna cut that road off because they can't. Fire trucks can't make it a Black Hill. So they said that will not happen. They said I won't get dead ended. Because I mean,
Right.
that was contingent on me buying the property. I was like, it's worth it,
Sure.
basically. But they said they can't block it because a fire truck cannot make that corner. You can barely make it with a large pickup truck.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was supposed to be street that was like a cut through to get to back of the intermediate school.
Yes.
I
I think I've been on it once.
Yeah,
That's what kids used to walk to school.
Yeah.
I grew up on Cliff Street. I used to walk to school.
we grew up on Congress. So, walk to school. All right, any questions from the commission about this particular application, this layout? The intent of the applicant? You mind if I keep this?
Sure.
Good. Okay, so.
It's just one floor, right? One line.
Yeah, one floor.
Mhm.
My office that indicates in the back, so in the office, it's gonna be like probably 250 square feet with a bathroom. I'll have rear access over here.
You have a lot of employees?
No,
No.
6.
There for now.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice to live, nice to live near your work.
In Monroe?
No, here, if you do this, it'll be
Oh.
Yeah.
nice to live near your
Oh,
work.
yeah, definitely.
All right, any other comments, questions, or concerns from the commission? Okay, is there a motion on this particular application for the 12,000 square foot commercial building on Blacksville Road? Okay, there's a motion to approve from Commissioner Parkins. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, so on a roll call vote, on the motion made by Commissioner Parkins, seconded by Commissioner Motto, Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Motto,
Aye.
Commissioner Tiki,
Aye. Commissioner
Parkins,
Aye.
Commissioner Cristiano,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Motion is passed by a vote of 6-0.
Thank you.
No, this is not a public hearing. Was there a question from somebody in the audience?
It didn't need a pump.
No, it didn't. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so next is old business. And this is application 2416, Dominic Thomas for Daybreak Ridge LLC for a text amendment to Shelton Planning and Zoning Commission regulation, section 34.1. This application was accepted for review on July 10th, and a public hearing was held August 28th. Posted to the city's website prior to the opening of the public hearing was the application for a text amendment and a copy of the decision of 121 Beach Road LLC versus the Planning and Zoning Commission of the town of Fairfield. So, opening for discussion, I feel the implication of this text amendment would be harmful to the city, and the 830G mechanism would be used by those whose projects have been denied to ignore why the commission has denied a previously filed proposal. How do other commissioners feel about this particular regulation text change?
I don't think we should be allowing any text change that's gonna put us into a situation with a worse situation with 830G. Especially one that there was case law cited that in such cases.
Commissioner Archer, Commissioner Kelly, I agree with that. That any change like that, they'll use it to their advantage, and we'll be stuck with it.
Commissioner Hardner, just not to repeat the comments, I think you summarized it. I think the 830G restrictions we have now are already hampering our decisions and our ability to make decisions that the board or the commission feels are best for the citizens of the city of Shelton, and this puts further restrictions on our ability to do that.
Okay.
We also don't make changes to the zoning for one particular project.
Well, this would open up to a lot more.
That's
the problem.
right.
That is
We
correct.
have to really understand the total implications of it.
Yep.
Another project. on right now, but
I agree. I don't think any one project approval solely limits it to one project. It starts setting precedents.
No, because we're changing the regulation. We're not changing it just for that project.
Yeah, it's a citywide,
Exactly.
so. Commissioner Dickey, did you have any comments you want to share?
Yes, I agree, and don't think the text change is needed.
All right, any further comments from the commission? Okay, so as it appears, the consensus of the commission is to deny this application. Staff is directed to prepare an unfavorable resolution for action at an upcoming meeting. Thank you. All right, our next agenda item is the public portion. If there's any public official who is present here in the auditorium who would like to comment on an item not on the agenda, please raise your hand. I see none. If there's any public official who is participating remotely, either via Zoom or by phone, and would like to comment on any item not on the agenda, please use Zoom's raise your hand feature or dial *9. Anyone getting a touch? Okay. All right, so then I'll go back if there's any member of the public who is here in the auditorium that would like to address the commission on an item not on the agenda. You're in the auditorium, please raise your hand. I seeing none. Ms. Castro, if there's any member of the public who is participating remotely who would like to comment on an item not on the agenda, please use Zoom's raise your hand feature or dial *9. Okay, join me. All right, and how do you spell that? He had his hand up. All right. Is there anybody else? All right, so let me just state if there's any member of the public who is participating remotely who would like to comment on an item that's not on the agenda, please use Zoom's raise your hand feature or dial *9. Okay. All right, then we'll move on to other business. All right, so the first under other business is proposal of the Shelton Planning and Zoning Commission to amend Shelton Planning and Zoning Regulations, Section 45.6, accessory dwelling units. The commission began discussion of this proposal on July 24th. At the meeting, Mr. Rossetti, who was administrator at the time, referenced ADU materials from AARP, commented that homes are being built 2.5 times larger these days. The number of occupants in a home has been reduced by 1 person, and there are smaller families. Mr. Rossetti also commented that an AARP survey of people aged 50 older indicated that people want to live in a community longer, and residents with an ADU usually sells at a 30% higher market rate. And earlier this evening on the agenda, we had a perfect example of a resident who would like to stay in her own home. Mr. Rossetti also reviewed his June 3rd memo to the commission, which included comments that basement ceiling heights prevent homeowners from having accessory dwelling units. ADUs can be incorporated in or added to a single-family dwelling with only a common wall, floor, or ceiling connection and not an attached porch or breezeway. Commissioner Parkins commented on owner-occupied ADUs, the affordability aspect, and homeowners not deed restricting ADUs. Mr. Rossetti commented that the rental rate for a deed restricted ADU has to be at the appropriate affordable housing rental rate. What other comments, concerns, or questions do you commissioners have?
Well, my only concern is if we're going to delve into this, to encourage more ADUs, there has to be sort of a give and take. So there would be benefits to community members for allowing this, but the city should also benefit by having some sort of deed restriction or at least credit for affordable housing.
Mhm.
So somehow there's gotta be that credit tied in to making it easier for folks. I wouldn't necessarily wanna just say, oh, people can just no longer have a family living there and just be anybody. They can rent it out to anybody. To relax that, but not get, let the city get any credit for that. So,
I think that's our whole intent.
right. So to make it easier, like above garages or breezeway connections, that sort of thing, but in return, they have to be restricted. Right.
I think we have to be careful in looking that the adjacent area isn't going to be negatively impacted as well.
Right.
We don't want to turn single family home with a in-law apartment into a boarding house and situation. Careful as.
Well, it would only be one unit that would be allowed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they would probably still have to keep the same parameters as an in-law in terms of square footage so that you don't have that situation.
Yeah, but I just want to point out, I'm looking recently at some of the real estate listings as you go through the pictures. All of a sudden, a 3-bedroom home with a finished family room downstairs with a lower level full bathroom could be turned into a 5-bedroom home by putting up a wall. And people can get pretty creative about things. So, a long time ago, when we were discussing some other text changes, my take on it that the existing residents come in, they decide to buy a home, it's a major purchase for them. They buy a home in a certain area because that home meets their requirements and the neighborhood meets the requirements. And to go in and drastically change the environment, and I would be my.
We want to turn a
negative.
single family residential area into 2-family houses.
That,
Parents
Mr.
and-
Roger,
and with the rest.
that's exactly right. I mean, if we're talking about doing it, I think we should restrict certain areas on how many can be had. We're the ones that say, oh, you can't have this or you can't have that because of the traffic flow. Well, if you allow a lot of ADUs, you're going to have more traffic. You're going to have more problems.
Well, an ADU is only gonna present one additional person.
No, it could be two. It could be a couple, couldn't it?
Yeah, but if it's an elderly couple, they're gonna probably share a car. They're not gonna have to.
Still a couple. I mean, they still drive.
Well, the same could be said for an in-law setup, but I do think we are pretty strict in following our regs around in-laws, and when an in-law setup is meets the requirements, we act accordingly. I think there's definitely benefits to the ADUs. I think if we can get it tied where there's a benefit to the city with our affordable housing, but I think if done right, it could increase the property value. I think a lot of seniors want to age in place or at least have that option. And that might provide a way for them. And so just as we take up in-law setups across the whole city, I think we should, put some thought behind it and see what reg would make sense to allow these to happen in a way that's thoughtful for the town. But I think there could potentially be a benefit to the town and to people who need a place to live and they don't mind a small ADU.
Maybe I agree with you. It's just that, at this point, we do have restrictions on in-laws, so on and so forth. The only thing I'm saying is that we should have some sort of parameters in there. So, we don't have, as Commissioner Amato says, we're turning single family into 2-family houses.
One of the things we never have had, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we've never had an age restriction. So you can't automatically assume that if you have an ADU, that it's going to be for an elderly senior
That is right.
person. So there's just a lot of components to this that.
Well,
to be
there was a case
considered.
where we denied someone who wanted her sister to move in to go above the garage, but it was connected by a breezeway. There was no direct connection to the house. So it didn't meet the rights and she was denied. Yeah, So we're talking about maybe looking at that situation, right, yeah.
So,
But it has to be deed restricted in order
yeah,
for us
to
to.
get the credit.
I agree.
All right, well, it sounds like the commission wants to move ahead with that. So I would like to appoint Commissioner Parkins, Commissioner Cristiano, and Commissioner Amato to be on a special subcommittee to discuss this whole matter and review our current regulations and to present a list of a proposal of suggested revisions. And I will leave it up to you to say by, this is September 11th, in a month's time, just to give us what kind of
absence.
We're looking to for guidance.
let me check with staff about that.
Okay, thank you.
Question.
So,
It's not, I don't have a.
yeah, exactly, but there are some personnel that we have access to.
I just don't have a planner's degree.
Yeah. Okay, so Commissioner Cristiano, you good with that?
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Parkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Amato?
Sure.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is comments from the chair and subcommittee. I attended the executive committee meeting of the Shelton Economic Development Corporation yesterday morning. Commissioner Parkins was also present. Updates were given by Mr. Paul Grimmer, the SCDC president, about the remediation of 267 Canal Street, the renovations taking place at Sinsville Heights that are being funded by a small cities grant, surveying that will begin next week for the extension of the Riverwalk from what point? 223 Canal Street. And that their announcement came out that the a 191,000 community development block grant will be coming to Shelton to be used for social service programs, upgrading public facilities, and rental or mortgage support. Anything I left out? Okay. All right, so Commissioner Amato, you didn't have anything from zoning subcommittee?
No.
You did all
Yeah,
the
no.
signs and everything, so. Okay, so Ms. Castro, for any staff comments? Do you have some new personnel up there?
We do have a new person. We have a new front desk clerk, PNC clerk. Her name is Nicole Guzman. She's been here about 3 weeks now, and she is pleasant addition to our office.
Nice, awesome. Okay. And her title is as what?
PNC clerk.
Lindsay Clerk, okay, good. Very good. Okay, final agenda item is approval of meeting minutes. Does anyone have any comments or changes for the July 25th, 2024 minutes, which were the site walk that we held at 40 Oliver Terrace? Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
I thought the minutes were fine. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 25th site
I'll
visit.
second that.
Okay, so there's a motion to approve the July 25th, 2024 minutes as submitted from Commissioner Cristiano, seconded by Commissioner Kelly. So on the motion to approve, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Let the record show that the vote was 6-0 with no commissioners voting nay and no commissioners abstaining. So on the next step,
No, Commissioner Kelly seconds that. He was not present.
for, July, over the, site visit. Okay, Commissioner Kelly,
Yes,
you, on that second, you were not present at that site visit.
oh, no, I wasn't, you're right.
So, is there a commissioner that would
I'll second it.
substitute? Okay. So, Commissioner Cristiano, could you, repeat your motion, please?
Motion to approve the minutes from the site visit on July 25th, 2024.
So on the motion to approve, made by Commissioner Cristiano, seconded by Commissioner Parkins. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Extension? The records show that the vote was 6-0. No commissioners voting,
I should
Nay.
abstain from that, right?
and Commissioner Kelly abstaining. So the vote is 5-0-1. All right, anybody have any comments or changes for the August 14th minutes?
I do not.
Or do I? I think they were good.
I didn't do it either.
Yeah, they were. We did a lot that night. So, all right, is there anyone that wants to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for August, sorry. What was it date?
14.
14. That's
Okay,
the minute.
is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, so on the motion made by Commissioner Cristiano to approve the minutes as submitted, seconded by Commissioner Amato. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Commissioner Ticky will abstain. I was not there.
None. Okay. So let the record show that the vote was 5-0-1 with no commissioners voting nay and Commissioner Ticky abstaining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, seeing that there's no other items on the agenda, Chair declares this meeting is adjourned as of 6:59 PM.
Oh my gosh, that's a record.
Bye, everyone.